Okay, so I have a Mazda 3 1.6 diesel, and the fuel additive tank is sort of low, and the engine management light has come on. So to tell you where the fuel additive tank is, if you go to the back of the vehicle, in the middle, if you get down, you can see the rear suspension. If you go just past the rear suspension here, you can see this box. This is the fuel tank. This is the other tank here, and you can see this is the additive tank. And on this side of the additive tank, you got two hoses. This hose, which goes towards the back, is your bleed or overflow, and this one here is your fill line. So that's the one that we'll be connecting up to and using our fluid to fill up this little tank, which then pushes the additives into the diesel tank or the fuel tank every time you open and close the fuel cap. Okay, so I've got one of these connectors off, and just to show you how to remove these, so you'll see it in this position. There's a little gap at the top here. You can slide your screwdriver into there and just put a little bit of torsion in, and on the other side you've got these two little flaps here and here. What you want to do is try and push these up. They're a little bit tricky to do with one hand, and you want to try and twist this screwdriver at the same time. Put a little bit of torsion on there, and you want to try and push these tabs out, and once you've got them out sufficiently, you can try and pull this, twist the screwdriver out, and so the additive this will come out, and then you can pop off fluid. You can buy this from Eurocar Parts. I also bought the transfer kit. This cost about 16 quid. The fluid cost about £45 from Eurocar Parts. The transfer kit makes it a little bit easier to transfer, or a lot easier. So you'll get a plastic tubing, you get a cap that fits on top of the bottle, which you attach the hose to, and you get a number of connectors. Well, the connector we're going to use is this one. That's going to connect directly onto our tank. So what we need to do is to connect one side of the hose onto the cap and the other end of the hose onto the barbed wire end of this side. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to feed the hose and connect this end into the tank and the other end onto our bottle. Okay, so I've removed both the connectors, and I'll put a little bowl here just to catch any fluid. This fluid here is from the overflow pipe. I guess when they last filled it up, they allowed the fluid to overflow and then attached a connector to it, so some fluid came out of that pipe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take our connector on our plastic tube and feed it in and connect it up, and the other end of the tube I'm going to take out of the car outside and then connect it up to the little pot that we got and connect it. Okay, I've connected up the bottle to the pipe, but I had to feed it through between the coil and the lower arm here, so I can get a bit more distance, so I can take the bottle outside of the car a bit more better. So what I'm going to do now come outside the vehicle, and I'm going to turn this upside down, and hopefully you should now see the fluid going in. And I'm just going to keep doing this until it comes out the overflow. Okay, so we're inside the car, we've refilled the tank. We need to now reset the engine management light. So I've got a 4-scan light on an Android phone. So what I want to do is, I want to select the service or the run service function, and there's a number of procedures on here. So you've got anti-lock, brake, instrument cluster. What we want to do is go to the fuel additive control module. So it's got refill the fuel additive tank, fuel additive system prime. Okay, so if I click on information on the first one, it says carry out this service function if the fuel additive tank is refilled. Before running this procedure, make sure that the tank has been refilled. Okay, and the second one is carry out this service function if the FAT or the tank is replaced, or if any of the pipes are disconnected. Before running this procedure, make sure the FAT has been refilled. So we want to do both. Select the fuel additive system prime. So click go. Carry out this service function if we replace the pipes. Reading the diagnostic. We've got the percentage running at the top here. Please run the engine and keep it idle. Okay. Please turn off ignition. Okay. Please turn the ignition on but don't start engine. Okay. Service procedure completed successfully. Okay, so if we collect or select the refill fuel additive tank one and click the arrow up here, it comes up with a warning to say that you require skills and knowledge. I understand the risk, so read through that first. Carry out this service function if the tank is refilled. Before running this procedure, make sure it is. Okay. So we've got a percentage here at the top. We can see that. So it's just performing whatever functions it needs to do. Please run the engine and keep it idle. So take it out of gear, start the engine and keep it idle. Okay. Please turn off the ignition. Okay. Please wait 30 seconds. Okay. Please turn ignition on but don't start the engine. Okay. Service procedure completed successfully. Okay.